So what is going on, everybody? We're at this beautiful overlook here, overlooking Luray, Virginia. Man, I'm telling you, I love coming up here, man, just seeing this site. It's amazing. But today's video, we're going to talk about this beast right here, my bike, the 2015 Suzuki Hayabusa. And we're going to talk about a couple of the things that I don't like about the bike. So welcome back, everybody. Now that we're off the mountain, we can talk a little bit more about those things that I just don't like about this bike. I'm sure you've seen plenty of other YouTubers do videos similar to this, the 5 things that they don't like about their bike. And you know, it got me thinking, you know, what are the things that I don't like about this motorcycle? And you know what, man? The only 2 things I could come up with, and that's it, I'm telling you, just 2, is one, is this display right here. Some people will argue that they love analog instruments and stuff like that, and I don't really have a problem with an analog tack, but I am not a fan of analog speedometer. I don't mind it in conjunction with with an electronic speedometer, but I really wish this bike had an electronic speedo. It just seems like they're so much better, so much easier to read. It seems like when you got to glance down real fast and maybe you're going 90 miles an hour, it would be good to be able to just look down really fast, see that number and know where you're at without having to figure out like what number are you in between on the analog gauge and stuff like that. So I wanted to take that road, so we're gonna have to turn around. All right, so now that we're on the right road, like I said, I really wish this bike had an electronic speedometer. In the middle here, we do have the time, we have a gear indicator, and of course your trip odometer and just your odometer in general. I mean, I love all the things that it has. It, has a fuel gauge, it's got a temperature gauge, it's got all those things that you need. But like I said, man, really to me, electronic speedometer would just be amazing. I know I can add one on, an aftermarket one, but it really would just be awesome for sort of this bike to catch up with the times and go with that electronic speedometer. So maybe in the future, maybe with, if the Hayabusa ever gets another update, maybe we'll see that in there, because I think that would really help out and make me like this bike just a little bit more. So moving on to number 2, really the only other thing that I don't like is really something cosmetic that could actually be changed, and that is the rear sets. The rear sets on this bike are fine, mechanically wise. They're totally okay. I have no problems with them. I love the pegs. I love that they have rubber stoppers on them. Never been a big fan of ones that are missing them. It seems like you get a bit more vibration in the pegs when you don't have those. But everything about them is totally fine. What I don't like about them is that they're silver. And if you get a good look at this bike, and I'll show this in another clip here, is if you get a good look at the bike, the whole frame and everything about the bike is black, except for the rear sets. They're the only thing that is silver, and it just to me stands out. It's a bit of an eyesore, and I understand that maybe having black may scrape off, and it just seems like, I understand like why maybe they went with that color. And like I said, once again, this is something that could be solved with some aftermarket rear sets. Not really something I'm interested in myself and buying, but like I said, it just seems like, why did you make the entire frame, everything is black, and then you made those rear sets silver is beyond me. I really just wish they went ahead and somehow made those black and just matched the rest of the bike and really tie it all together. You know what? And really, that's it. I really can't think of one other thing that I would change on this bike, man. I'm telling you, I really love everything about it. I've had no issues, no complaints whatsoever about anything. So you can take those 2 things, and like I said, to me, they're almost sort of super minor problems, but everything else in this bike has been super great. So that's really it for today, man. Thanks for watching. I gotta go get some gas, and we'll see you on the next one.
Let yourself go.